You're listening to When Christians Speak Online Talk Radio, broadcasting out of the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Today's voice crying out in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord. When Christians Speak is dedicated to lifting up the name of Christ Jesus and spreading the good news.
Join us for our weekly broadcast, His Abounding Grace, with Minister Vanessa Williams. That's every Tuesday at 7 p.m. On Wednesday afternoons at 1 p.m., join Reverend Gwendolyn Dixon for the Midday Glory Prayer Line. The dial-in number is 641-715-3580. The access code is 732499. And Wednesday nights at 7 p.m., Challenge to Change, where real transformation begins with you. That's with Pastor Paul Morgan of Chosen Generation Ministries in Richmond, Virginia. On Thursdays, live at 12 noon, join Reverend Pat Randall for Declaring the Finished Work, for an hour of worship, exhortation, and prayer. Reverend Ray and friends are here on Friday nights at 7 p.m. with the joy of the Lord on Friday Night Joy. Sundays at 7 p.m., join Reverend Ray for Bread of Life for a word in season. And don't forget our monthly broadcast. First Mondays of every month at 7 p.m., be blessed with the teaching ministry of Apostle Shirley Jones on LifeLine. On third Mondays at 7 p.m., join Evangelist Louis McElwain for Adoration, a broadcast of worship and ministries on the mission field. Second Saturdays of the month, join Reverend Curtis, Reverend Novena, and Minister Jordana for Bold and Beautiful, a youth and young adult broadcast setting the world on fire with the love of Jesus. All broadcast times are Eastern Standard Time. Hey family, we are excited to have 2 new broadcasts added to the When Christians Speak Talk Radio Network. Marriage Takeover, the Body of One, hosted by Reverend Eric and Reverend Tamika Thompson. It airs every third Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our hosts cover a wide range of topics to help build stronger marriages. They leave nothing off the table. Our newest broadcast, R3, Real Life, Real Men, Real Talk, will air every second Sunday of the month at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our hosts, Elston Green, Cleophas Malone, Antonio Mitchell, and Ray Rose, will create a space by men and for men to have real conversations. It's time to be free, men, from false standards and the expectations of society, family, and self.
When Christians Speak Talk Radio is a non-profit ministry. We are dedicated to spreading the gospel of Jesus through our programs and special guests. We exist through the generous support of our listeners. If you are being blessed through this ministry and would like to give a love offering, go to our website and click on our donation page. Your donation will be processed through PayPal. Our prayer is that you may prosper and be in good health even as your soul prospers.
Unto the Lord, for He is good. Yes, He is good.
When Christians Speak Talk Radio is a 501c3 nonprofit ministry, so all of your gifts to this ministry are tax deductible. So go out to our website, www.whenchristianspeak.com, and click on our donation page.
Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for He is good. Yes, He is good.
Challenge to change, where transformation begins with you. Change appears to be one of the biggest hindrances to growth in relationships that I have encountered while in ministry. Our focus is usually on someone else and what they have done or are doing to us, instead of us being accountable to God and making sure we're not a stumbling block to ourselves or others. Challenge to Change is about us taking personal responsibility for our Christian walk as we face challenges and issues and how to overcome them through biblical tools and techniques that we will discuss on this show. Everything about this show is encompassed in us depending on the Holy Spirit to edify, enrich, and transform lives by introducing individuals to a personal encounter with God's unconditional love. That is where real transformation begins and ends.
Before we get started, who got some questions? I'm hearing the word questions. You got questions about something that's going on, something that you're going through? You got some questions. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, you got something you need to know about? And wait and see what they say. Oh, she don't want to know.
The 6 characteristics to break up with a friend.
Okay. All right. You're curious about the teaching tonight, 6 characteristics. Now, I'm going to tell you, Teresa, in advance, this teaching I'm about to break out is for mature people. This is me. This is one of the only messages that I made a decision. I'm not going back and forth with people. Because I spent time setting it up over 6 weeks where I showed you the difference between, I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking about to the body. Healthy and unhealthy relationships. And then when I take you to this place, if you still think that you're supposed to be with these people, you can write this down. After tonight, you won't be a volunteer, you'll be a victim. I mean, you won't be a victim, you'll be a volunteer. After tonight, when I show you these characteristics, you won't be a victim. Before you can say, I didn't know, I didn't understand, they my family, I love them, all this kind of stuff. But after tonight, you won't be a victim, you'll be a volunteer. Meaning that you are volunteering to lay down and let them walk over you. This meat. This is meat. Jazz looking at me funny. All right.
My question is, basically, there's a position at work, and the lady that's over the position has recommended me 3 times. So each time she lost the same person, like the same position, and she wants me to apply for the job. But my boss is concerned based on her managerial style, and she doesn't know if it's going to mesh with me. So in my head, I'm like, why have you run 3 people away? Or am I going to be the person to change things? But at the same time, like, am I being stagnant by not taking it? So I want to know, like, how am I supposed to know what the actual decision is? So the prayer was that the Holy Spirit will reveal it to my family and that it'll be clear as day. But it's just making me very nervous that nobody has anything good to say about this lady. So, yeah.
That's a good question. Now, is this the position that you came home before the wedding and said, I'm not taking the job, made a decision?
Yeah.
So what would y'all say that means?
That she doesn't want it.
Huh?
She doesn't want it.
Okay.
She's trying to.
Wait a minute. You got your mic, bro.
I think she doesn't want it, but I think she's trying to talk herself into getting it because she's afraid that there might not be something else coming. Come along.
Okay. All right. So God is dealing with her patience. Would that be an appropriate statement? So I remember before the wedding that you came home one day and the house was quiet and you said, I made a decision. You know, she was cool with it, of course. She was cool. I made a decision. I'm not going to take the job. I said, good, you made a decision before the wedding. So now why would you change the decision? You can give her the mic.
Because another position with another company that I had 2 people go to the CEO about, and the guy who is a chief development officer, he followed up with me the other day, and he said the HR lady is saying that I don't have the experience. It's a freaking admin assistant. How hard is that?
Okay. All right.
And so he's trying to verbally convince her to still sit down with me and have an interview or whatever. So the fact that hasn't come through yet, so I'm like, well, I don't know.
Okay. What do you guys think? Oh, go ahead and give her the mic, please. Thank you. Okay. But the world wants to hear it.
Be patient.
Okay. Why you say be patient?
Because God doesn't work on our time.
Okay.
He works on his own time.
Okay.
And the difficulty or the mishap of it not happening when she thinks it should happen, he could be getting stuff out of the way or getting her ready to step into something else.
Okay.
So we have to wait on him to decide, and it'll come when it's supposed to.
Okay.
So, I mean, he could just be telling her to be still.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I got a person in the back.
I've made decisions based in fear before. Fear of something better not coming along.
Okay.
And every time that I've made one of those fear-based decisions, I've regretted it.
Okay.
So I would suggest learn from somebody else's mistakes and don't make a decision based in fear.
Okay. All right. And fear would say what?
Fear says you better take this because you don't know if anything else is coming.
Okay.
Fear says this might be your only chance. Okay. Fear says just because they say that there's a problem with that person doesn't mean there really is.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Is she receiving? Okay. Did you have your hand up? Okay. Yes, sir.
I don't know if I missed this or not, but were you offered the position that the person that took it left, and it was based on the supervisor that they were working for, but something keeps telling you, I can handle her.
Okay.
And that's why you keep bringing it back up, because you feel like you can handle that. That's what I'm sensing, that you feel like you could probably handle her.
Okay.
And really, it doesn't matter what another company says, because if you take the job tomorrow and another company comes to you Tuesday, you still can take the other job if you want to.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yes, ma'am.
I know this may sound silly, but in Jasmine's life, God has always done a custom blessing.
Okay.
So your marriage, you got a custom gift, right? So wait for the Corey version of the job. Does that make sense?
Can I get the sword? Thank you, Nicole. Yes, sir.
Have you talked? You and Corey talked in depth about it. Okay.
And where has Corey said? Can we pass the mic?
I mean, yes, it's most definitely time to grow and time to expand her horizons and get more connections. But we talked about her being comfortable by moving into that role as well.
Okay.
So that's not something she's comfortable doing right now. So I can't be like, oh, go for it, but she's not comfortable doing it.
Okay. All right.
But it's definitely time to grow.
Okay. All right. Correct?
Okay, your current supervisor, who loves you greatly, tells you she knows this woman on a management-to-management basis.
Okay.
And she's warning her,
okay,
don't do it. What Chelsea say? Chelsea said, don't do it. I don't know why she's not listening to her, because usually your manager, they're not looking out for you, but she's looking out for her. She has such favor everywhere she goes. And she knows that this is not even where she needs to step right now. She needs to finish her project management and step into her real career.
Okay. All right.
This is a smoke screen.
Smoke screen. Thank you. All right. All right, Nicole, you got the clicks. All right. So I'm gonna imprint you in a second. Ross, can I borrow you for a second? Yeah. All right. If you can go to that door right there. All right. Now, I want to get you to close your eyes. Only her. Only she closes her eyes. Shut your eyes. Shut your eyes. Okay? All right? Okay. All right? Now, what's the name of the position?
Talent management coordinator.
What's the name of the position?
Talent management coordinator.
What do you hear?
The door slamming.
The door slamming. What's the position?
Talent management coordinator.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right, you can open your eyes. So what did I just do, Sharon? Okay. All right. So it's called imprinting. So I just imprinted in your brain, whenever you mention that job, you're going to hear the door shut. So you'll never have to ask that question again because the door shuts every time you mention that word. Okay. Huh? The door is shut on that job. Okay? In your mind, whenever you mention it, the door shuts. You will hear the door shut. So I just put the two images together. Okay? You can do that. Remember when God told people, who did he say, come out and take a look at the stars? Abraham. So every time Abraham looked at the stars, he thought about the descendants. Okay? So that's called imprinting. So y'all won't have to talk about that one no more. Because you're just going to hear the door shut. Okay? Everybody got it? Miss Monty, you got a question for me? You good? Anybody else? Will, you thinking about something? You good?
I'm waiting for
the 6 things? Okay. All right. All right. I'm find out who you got to kick out. Everybody else good? All right. I just heard a question. So what did I get? About 3 or 4? Wayne, you straight? Okay. All right. Y'all ready for this? Okay. Do not even associate with a man given to anger outbursts or go along with a hot-tempered man. How many of you all know that the scripture is alive and evolving, moving? Okay? So, the 6 that I'm going to give you, you can take that same verse, you can take those same 6 things, and you can put it, don't even be associated with a man given to drama or go along with a drama-based man. You follow me? Because remember, God's word is alive, so it evolves according to the situation that you face. Or you will learn his ways, learn his undisciplined ways, and get yourself trapped in a situation from which it is hard to escape. Everybody got it? So don't even associate with a man given to drama, hypocritical, or go along with a person that's hypocritical. Or you will learn his undisciplined ways and get yourself trapped in a situation from which it is hard to escape. Because what God knows about us is we'll try to please them. They'll drag us in. You follow me? You say, okay, well, I know he really didn't mean it. Yes, he did. I know she really didn't mean it. Yes, she did. So I'm going to talk them through. I'm going to talk them through. How many years you going to talk them through? How many years? What's your cutoff date? I'm going to move this way for a second. What do you guys want to put in there? Do not even associate with a man given to. Okay? What else? Do not even associate with a man given to setting you up for failure. Or go along with a man setting you up for failure. When I mention the word man, I mean mankind. Or you will learn his ways and get yourself trapped in a situation which it is hard to escape. Do not even associate with a bossy man or go along with a bossy man, or you will learn his undisciplined ways and get yourself trapped in a situation from which it is hard to escape. If you hang around with a bossy person, what's going to happen is it takes away your ability to think and make decisions. So they'll make decisions for you. So when you get into a place where you need to make a decision, you can't think because you haven't thought. What will the bossy man say? But I'm getting ahead of myself. So I just wanted you to take a look at that. What do you want to put in that? How has your life been impacted? Is that a hand? Got a hand right there? How have your life been impacted?
I was going to put in arrogant.
Okay. So read that for us, Faye.
Do not even associate with a man given to arrogant outbursts or go along with an arrogant man. You will learn his arrogant ways, and you will get yourself trapped in a situation where it's hard to escape.
So do you want to give an example, or you want us to give an example of an arrogant man? Do you want to do it? Okay.
I have a person on my job who your position is not one. You're not a classified instructor.
Okay. All right.
I guess I don't know. But you, because of your years in service, you feel as if you know more than the pedagogy of what we learned in school.
Okay.
And as a professional, you're classified. I mean, and I take nothing away from you.
Okay.
However, we went to school to do what we were supposed to be, what we were hired to do.
Gotcha. Okay.
But because you have so many years over you, your approach is still antiquated.
Okay.
And when dealing with the kids, your approach sometimes, that's not what we need in the situation that's happening.
Okay.
And in the certain situations I've been in, just this past week, I had the child almost calm down and about to speak. But when the presence came into the room, the child automatically went elevated and escalate. The situation escalated again. So, but that person, I'm behavior, you're on the behavior staff. However, I already had the situation calmed and mellow, but because you have an art with me.
Gotcha. There you go. Okay.
You just basically took over the situation.
Gotcha.
I just took off.
Okay.
Put my hands up because it's no use of arguing because, your way is going to be it.
Okay.
Because your behavior.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. That's a good example. Sharon, you had your hand up?
Yeah. I did.
She's like, where the mic at? You got it.
Don't even associate with a selfish man.
Okay.
And what, did you want me to put that in? Don't even associate with a man given to selfishness. Or you'll learn his selfish ways, and you'll get yourself trapped in a situation in which it's hard to escape.
Okay. You want to give an example?
Yeah. The example is from when I got married. The first time that I got married. I married a selfish man. His car was his car. His money was his money. His bills were his bills. My bills were my bills. My car was my car. It was always a separation. And it was not a very comfortable situation.
Okay.
And so I escaped the situation.
Okay, all right. Go on. I'm out of here. Anybody else? Want to put something in there? Before I start the actual teaching? Because I want you to own it. Because, guys, what's the price of peace? It's priceless. It's priceless. So we're making a decision whether we want to stay with people who cause us to feel this way on a consistent basis. Because what I'm about to show you, they won't have one characteristics. It will be 2 to 3 of these characteristics. And one of them is enough to take you out over time. Okay? Too much drama. So one person that you need to break up from is they operate in drama. You see them in the morning, it's drama. You see them in the afternoon, it's drama. You see them in the evening, it's drama. Right before you go to bed, it's drama. They are drama infested. What does drama look like to you? Before I start showing you. What does drama look like to you? How do you know you've been dramatized? I know that's a new word, Jazz.
My brother-in-law,
okay,
he brings a lot of drama to the situation because just the way he is.
Okay.
The whole time when I was out visiting my folks for the funeral, it was always something.
Okay.
It was so much tension around the house. It was almost demonic.
Okay. Wow.
The way it was. It really was.
Okay.
It really, really was.
Okay. And so just a question. So I'm hearing you say that when he's not there, the house doesn't feel like that.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. I don't want to get off topic. But when he was there, the lights would flicker off and on the whole time he was there. The second he left, the lights were good. Yeah. No lie.
I know you're not lying. Brother, like, I ain't lying in church. Now, what's the characteristic? Well, when I'm normally at the house doesn't feel like that. But the scripture says a little leaven leavens the whole loaf. Y'all ever made bread or seen somebody make bread? A little leaven. They didn't say a whole lot of leaven. Who else want to describe what drama looks like? Sharon?
Constant complaining.
Okay.
Nothing is ever right. Even the slightest comment that you make, it's always turned around so that they are the victim.
Oh,
I mean, just a simple comment that's made in innocence.
Okay.
It's like, it's always on that.
Okay. All right. Anybody dealt with that before? They rewrite history. We're going to talk about that one too. Rewrite history. I'm just going there with you guys because I want you to be healthy. I want you to know what it's like to walk in peace in your own house, at your own job, around people. I mean, the scripture talks about how you're not supposed to even eat a meal if it's prepared out of anger and resentment. Okay? Now, how much intensity is there? It's a scripture. Y'all want to find it? Y'all want to look for it? Yeah. Y'all can find it. You're not even supposed to eat a meal because something about the way they make the meal is going in that food. Like, Corey and I, like I said, we be going at it with the food thing. And we're like, he more of a chef than I am. I buy my food. But, but when Curly makes stuff, he'll taste it. He'll like, Moms, I think you put something different in there. So he'll ask, what you put in there? She say, love. Corey, am I lying? That's what she say. Like when I get cookies, it's not just homemade cookies. It's cookies with love in them. Now, you ever ate cookies that somebody, not only can they not cook, but they angry about making it? I mean, you can tell how a person... Yeah. Guys, if you recognize how intense God made us as a being, how we sense everything, I'm telling you, it's incredible. So we got to let some people go. Too much drama, chaos. Always arguing with someone. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever eaten dinner, gone out to eat dinner where you got a chaotic person with? Okay, y'all tell us what that's like. I got one in the back. Now, you're going out to either celebrate something, you're chilling out, you don't feel like cooking. Well, okay, go ahead.
When I went to Texas, I met with two of my friends from Richmond who live in Texas, and we were having a conversation before we walked to the restaurant that was drama-filled.
Okay, all right.
And I would like the conversation to have stayed in the house. So as we were walking, it continued. Okay. And I literally cannot eat around drama. Like, it makes my stomach upset. Okay. I don't feel like eating. So I might have shared that in a way that was very direct. Okay. We've had this, choosing my words.
We'll say really.
I shared it. You know, I said, we've had this conversation 4 times since I've been here. And I think let's pray about the situation because it's about somebody else. Because at some point we're gossiping.
Okay.
And it just was dramatic.
Okay. So as you ate, you can still feel the tension?
They stopped talking about it, but you know how you can feel people want to talk about it, like you say one word and because I forgot to tell you. No, you already told me. You told me 4 times.
Okay. So what happens if that's still going on without you knowing about it? The discussion is not over, and so you're still walking around with that unprocessed meal, but I'm talking about that unprocessed thought. Because you didn't get the last word, or you just tried to say something and it just didn't quite work, and you still walking around like that. That's what I'm talking about. So you're living your life with a chaotic person. She just happened to visit and leave. You know, what happens if you live like that? I think somebody else had a mic. Yes, Latrice?
Very similar situation with the complaining, loudness, almost trying to draw attention, the neck working. A small performance. And you get to the point where you say, really? This is too much. You need to chill. And instead of just kind of calming down, what I continued to hear was, I think, they could sense that I was really on 10. And wanted to say more. But they just made these grunting, breathing, exhaling sounds. And I just thought, could I just have a to-go box? Because you can't eat anymore.
Okay. Appreciate John. Anybody else? Anybody good? Cause problems. How hard is it to get a movie ticket? You just go in, tell them what movie you want to watch, and get the ticket. How can you mess that up? You didn't like how they hand you the ticket? The ticket didn't turn off correctly, like straight across where the dotted lines are? Y'all talk to me. What have you encountered? Causing problems. Now let me make this clear because Will brought up a good thing last Sunday. This is a consistent basis. Everybody got their moments where they argue with somebody or such and such. But this is a consistent lifestyle. You see them, like I said, no matter where you see them, they are in chaos and they create drama. How much of that can do you think you can take? Unbelievable things happen to them. Unbelievable things happen to them. Y'all know somebody like that? Nobody even believes the things that happen to them. But see, they use grandiose, meaning that they got to hype. They got to make sure that the story is just far above anything you've ever heard. Because they are looking at you and they are seeing you start to listen. And you start to draw in. Because their job is to suck you into it. That's their job. They want you to be inundated with it. Because their feeling is, if they can't get you to be dramatized, then they're going to create the drama strong enough where you will start to take sides. How could they do something like that to you? And you totally off message by now. You follow me? So drama has to have an audience. Making you smile. You want to share something? Okay, all right.
So I know someone that I shared a tiny, something very small, right?
Okay.
That was not a big offense or offense. I was just telling a story. And this person was like, let me tell you about this. And they start telling me a story about 2 people that have nothing to do with them. And she's so offended, and she's looking at me like waiting for me to start nodding,
Okay.
to like as you said, like draw in. And I just looked at her, and she was like, but you could just tell she was just waiting to give more air, to oxygen to the story, and that I should be offended for those other people.
Yep.
Like, why are you offended? It didn't even happen to you. So yeah, I get it.
Okay. Hey, can you cut the AC down? So this is another part of drama. Is let's see how you want to put this. How I want to put this. So that category, the person is used to drama. You not. You follow me? So they want to move you into a field of drama which you're not used to, where you are not equipped to handle because you don't operate like that. God called you to peace. Now, peace means that you can be in the midst of a storm, but you still talk your way to peace. You can be peacefully at a place. You follow me? But you were not designed for strife and division. That's why God came. One of the reasons he came, to put peace in our hearts. So he said, in order to get peace, I have to think on those things that are true, honest, just, pure, lovely, of good report, virtuous, and deserving of praise. Those things that you have both learned and received and seen in me do, and the God of peace will be with you. Did y'all hear drama anywhere in there? No. So when we go to deal with somebody that specializes in drama, we just walk from the spirit realm to the flesh realm. And it's not a good place to be. You walk away trying to figure out, what in the world just happened? Just like we said, it just was one simple thing. And your mind can't go and grab and process that data because that's not your nature. Michelle's mouth just dropped open. You want to share?
I have a coworker
Okay.
that the world is trying to avoid because...
The world.
I mean, when you first meet this person, they seem so sweet and so nice, but every time they open their mouth, it's some sort of horrible thing that someone is not doing for them, and they should be doing it this way, and it should happen this way, and you should be upset. Why aren't you upset? And you're like, really, girl? Really? And it never occurred to me that drama follows her, but it sure enough do. Everywhere she go, she bring it, and people be running.
Yeah. Any questions? Unbelievable things. But remember, they got to draw you into it. They want to draw you in because their story is just not for them. They got to get you upset. And this is where I first learned about codependency is I know people, when I first started counseling, what they would do is they would get everything hyped up like this. Now, remember, they're used to drama. So then they get you to come up there, and when you come up there, they come back down here. And yes, they do, Megan. That's what they do. They come back down here, and then they got you. Now, remember, they can go up and down. I mean, they live up there, so it's natural for them. So they get you to come on up, and then they come down, and they ask you, are you okay? Yeah. Am I lying on people? Yeah. Are you okay? And see, you can't get down because you just left your realm. You left the spirit realm, and you went to the flesh. And you can't get down. It's like they went on the bed, they snoring. And you still trying to figure it out. Like, well, what in the world? What just happened here? You follow me? So see, God designed adrenaline for flight or fight. Either you're supposed to run from something, or like what Curly said, run to something. David did. Or you're supposed to fight. Well, a person, this is dangerous. I don't know where we got any medical people here. But a person who operates in drama, they live in high adrenaline levels. And that's not what God designed adrenaline for. Two reasons, fight or flight. But they live in drama, so they live in that high level of adrenaline, which is not healthy for anybody. Okay? All right? So you guys, we got to make a decision. They always suck you in because they need our help. Need our help. They just want us to be in there with them. That's their excuse. The drama will draw you in, And then you'll try to help them. But if y'all notice, the drama type person, they never listen to what you say. Have you ever seen them listen, boss? They don't listen. They don't take advice. Because surely you won't understand because you're not dramatized. So it's like they don't want to hear what you got to say because they forgot another piece of the story. Because if they can get the story deep enough, Miriam, then that means you will start to see it their way. So they got to keep adding to the story until you finally say, yeah, I agree with you. And you don't say you agree with them, but it's on. Because sooner or later, the drama going to turn towards you. I thought you were my friend. I thought if anybody could understand, it would be you. So y'all mature enough to hear this? Because after this is just number one. You got to make a decision. Yes, ma'am.
Is there a passive drama person? Because in my mind, when we first started talking, this is a flamboyant personality, attention-seeking. But is there a person that...
Yes, that's passive. Yeah, passive drama. Yes, ma'am. Because it's cool. You can be a tongue-talking, tape-listening, Bible-toting Christian. And you got passive drama. But sooner or later, that passive is going to go to aggressive. Because, see, the thing about drama is they don't think that they drama. So, see, that's an area of passiveness. Where, hey, man, you just need to calm down. You know, it's like, come on, it's not really that bad. Let's just go to another restaurant. Oh, no, we're not going to another restaurant. It started out passive. Oh, it's okay. But like you said, when you were walking with that person, this conversation was never over. It's still not over. When you pick back up, or when you travel again, or when you email, or when you text, that conversation is going to pick back up. So it appears as if it's all over and done with. No, buddy, it's just slowly simmering. And they're adding more stuff to the fire. I got a video I want to show y'all on Sunday about what thoughts look like. I finally found something that showed me what thoughts look like, and I'm excited about it. Okay? Wayne, you mad? What you got, Wayne? You got a question right here. So if I draw you in a drama, I take you out of your anointing. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so I guess I could. So how can a person operate in drama continuously like that?
That's their lifestyle.
Okay, but wouldn't they get sick or?
They don't. They sick and they don't know it.
Okay.
They have health issues that they don't even know about yet.
Okay.
Because you can't live and maintain that type of level.
Okay, so their goal is to get you to be like them.
Yes.
It's about control, right? Mm-hmm. They want to control everything.
Yeah. And they're drawn towards the person that says, I'm going to change you.
Ooh.
Nobody else could put up with them. So all of a sudden they're drawn towards you because you got this thing inside of you that I can change them. So I'm going to work through this because I'm the only person that can change them. And they loving every bit of it because the more you move to help, the more they move to not receive. I was teaching in class this morning. I'll be right with you. I was teaching in class this morning, Job for Life. And they had three guys were talking. So 2 guys said that they had their fines. It was a timeline for your fines to be expunged. I'm not sure what that's the correct word. Where you don't have to pay for them. What is it? Yeah, that's it? Okay, all right. So what happened was the 2 guys who had it done was trying to convince the guy who hadn't had it done. And so, you know, I love stuff like this because it's like I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to step back and I'm going to see how long. Now, this guy's body language, not only is he not listening to these 2 guys, but he done turned his body away. They starting to argue among themselves. Well, why won't he believe that? Why won't he do what we did? We went to City Hall and we did such and such, and it passed the statute of limits, you know. And so, I mean, they arguing among themselves. So me and Joe, we just sitting in there. Joe get ready to say something. I said, and so I'm just sitting there because I'm timing it, Megan. I want to see how long this is going to go on. The dude even got up and got some water on him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, he got up and he went to get some water. You know, the water was in the room. But it's like these 2 guys they literally turned and was talking to him at the water fountain. And so I waited about 10 minutes. And then I say, guys, can I ask you something? Y'all know how the pastor set people up. I don't only do it here. I do it other places. I say, did y'all notice that he stopped listening? They say, but I don't understand. All he got to do is go to, and they had the room number, go to such and such room. I say, but he don't want it. You guys want it. You guys got it. Why are you spending time trying to make him want what you already got? They did exactly what y'all said. I said, because he was going to let you guys do this. He said, I still don't care what they say. But I said, you guys can't rest in the fact that you don't have to pay a fine and he does? He's choosing to go that route? So what's in you to feel like you got to make him believe like you do? They said, can you go ahead back to the teaching? I ain't mind.
When you were going through this list, I thought about a few people who have done this and have done, is she okay?
Okay. Ooh.
Why is she okay? I could be smiling, laughing, snorting it up, just happy. And is she okay? Are you sure she is okay? Because she looked like something was wrong.
Okay.
Are you sure her smile was a little slow?
Okay.
You know, it's just so much in it.
Okay.
And I like, as you're going through this list, I'm really seeing like, wow, they just love drama. I don't like drama, so they didn't like me.
Okay. Ooh.
But instead of just owning up to it and saying that you don't like me, they wanted to find like reasons why they shouldn't like me, because I was just at peace. I wasn't loud. I wasn't rambunctious. I was just content.
Okay.
But they didn't like that.
Okay. All right, so what are they trying to do to her smile? Take it away from her. Because the next time she get with them, she won't have an authentic smile. She'll have their version of the smile. Because remember, they said, are you okay? Well, when she was smiling and she was okay, that okay wasn't good enough. That smile wasn't good enough. So now I got to get her to fabricate a smile that will be to their pleasing. Guys, this stuff is real. But then, we making the decision to stay around with them. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, how jacked up is that? That's pretty jacked up. Why you say, Will? Why is that pretty jacked up? Give me a mic.
Just because it just doesn't make sense in terms of what my values are.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. So I just like, what are you doing?
Okay.
You know, that kind of thing.
Okay. So remember, there's something in us that draws us to them and them to us. That's the part that I want us to be aware of. Okay? Drama only works when you are involved in it. So the question you want to ask yourself is, what's in me that draws me to drama-driven people? And we can wait for the answer. What's in me that draws me to drama-driven people?
I think like someone said earlier, like you think that's probably the best that you can do.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. And so
Okay.
you settle.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you rather have that person than be by yourself.
Okay. All right. We got one over here. Go ahead.
I wonder if in some cases you're drawn to the drama person because it's like, holy cow, but then you're like, wait a minute, I feel better about myself because I don't have as much drama in my life, and it makes me feel better because I can see that they are just out of control.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so it's a comparison? Is that what I'm hearing you say? Okay. Yeah, I thought I had drama, but man, they really got drama.
Right.
Okay.
And it makes me feel better about myself that I don't have as much drama.
I appreciate your honesty.
No more drama.
Okay, all right. Y'all see how it worked? Okay.
I think, well, I know. In my case, I thought I was the fixer.
Ooh, okay.
So this person had been misunderstood, I thought, by everybody else in their life.
Okay.
But I could see some qualities that I could probably, work through and bring along. Not.
Okay.
It was just me thinking.
Okay. It's a matter of time. Yes. Okay. Y'all got it? Wow. Only a matter of time before your time comes. Seriously. And guys, you can try to adjust it. You can ask yourself the way you said it. Well, I said this. Let me see. You reflecting on yourself, introspect. Well, maybe I should have said it with a lower tone. Maybe I should have used a different word. No matter how you said it, it's drama-induced. Yes, ma'am.
To the question, I guess I felt because they were blood family.
Ooh. Okay. How many of us think we got to hang with them. I mean, be around them because they blood, meaning family. Okay? Okay, all right. I appreciate the 4 hands that were raised. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
They're great distractions.
Okay, what
so
you
if
mean?
I don't want to focus on my stuff, they always got something to focus on. You know, it's like reality TV.
Okay,
Similar to what Will said. Thank you. You look at it like, man, I thought my life was really going in the wrong direction, but they're far gone. I was on a conference call yesterday, and the person in the conference, they were at a location. I was at my home. Okay. One of the people in the meeting doesn't like what's being said, so they text me on my personal cell. Okay. Girl, can you believe what they just said? So conversation's over. They called me. Ooh. Thank God I was standing in my bathroom. I said, well, you know what? I'm standing in my bathroom, and I really have to go to the bathroom right now.
Okay, good for you.
Got off the phone. 3 hours later, she calls back. Well, I have a clinical question I just needed to ask you.
See?
Ain't nobody ever had this question till you.
So, see, they know if they ask you a clinical question, they're going to get you involved. Yeah. She will answer for the clinical. She'll even leave the bathroom for that. I'm telling you, their job is to draw you in, guys. And once they draw you in, you in. It's not a good place. So how many of you all, and then I'm going to stop with this, how many of you all know somebody like that you think you might have to release? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it? Okay. All right. Okay. So just go ahead and write that one down. Number 1, too much drama. You got a question?
That they make you feel needed, and they help solve their problems, their issues.
Okay. So that's a way that they draw you in. They help you feel needed, but they don't need you because you don't have the same opinion that they have. But they know you need to be needed. You follow me? Remember, it's called secondary gain. There's something that you get from being around them. Yeah. And when you don't go with the drama city, you're going to be talked about. Because it's only a matter of time for your drama time comes up, for your time to be up on the stage. Okay? All right? Any questions? Any takeaway? Yes, ma'am.
So, the most person who does drama to me is Madison, and I try to let her go, but she's like very constantly trying to annoy me.
She's very constantly
annoying me and keeps trying to get me back in. Sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't.
Okay. All right. Very good when you don't. Yeah. So even when you go tell on this person in school, the teacher don't even listen to it. They know medicine, and they're like, as long as medicine messing with you, I'm good to go. Have you encountered that? Not yet? Yeah. It's like, okay, let somebody else deal with them. I got one right here. Because I'm going to get to this other level, where you just put up with stuff because you just don't want the argument. You just like.
So I guess I got a question. So are these people mostly have dominant personalities? Or can they also be like, I think when someone said, a passive aggressive? Because it seems like if I'm around a person who is like that, they might be dominant, and like sooner or later I'm going to be sucked up into it. Mm-hmm. So, and like Javin made a good point. How do you extract yourself from the situation if do you just want for your life, for that person?
So as a mom and dad, you have to start getting her to process her emotions and her thoughts, because at this early age, they are being filtered, they are being trained to bow down to drama. So you got to tell them, how did you all deal with drama? Because if you haven't dealt with it, then it's going to be challenging for you to tell them how to. But guys at a young age, I mean, codependency and all those types of stuff, emotional duress, that starts out very young. And we can get our children, because we're in a ministry where we can talk to our children about their emotions, and you got to do it, guys. I'm serious. Yes, ma'am.
Her 10-year-old daughter is attracted to drama.
Okay.
And likes to hear about it and kind of gets energy off of it.
Okay.
And so therefore thinks that maybe Madison or other people in her life are exciting because they have drama.
Okay. All right, very good. So I would want to get them in counseling as soon as I can to deal with trauma. Okay, because trauma, so write this down. Y'all heard me say it before. The only reason drama and chaos works is because it worked for them. Y'all remember this old saying, Chris, this is real old. The squeaky wheel gets the get the grease and get the who? Okay, get the oil. Okay. All right. So a person is only addicted to drama because it worked for them. So if it's between me and Wayne, and I don't know what it is about cookies. I just feel safe talking to y'all about cookies. So if me and Wayne got the last cookie, and I start screaming and hollering about how big his cookie is, and Wayne just looks up and goes, well, here, you have the cookie. Then I just learned that the louder I get, the easier it is for me to get my way. So, hey, I just won. I made a mental note of that. So then what else I am going to do like that? I was at Dillard's about 5 years ago, and, you know, I'm at Dillard's more than 5 years ago, but it was, they had this sale going on, Ed, and the person clearly said after the third day, they put a little yellow sticker on there, and they said, you cannot exchange after 3 days. This lady, you know, it's like if you have to exchange the size, you can do it, but you can't exchange it for something else. I watched this woman, you know, like I said, y'all pastor, you be checking out behavior, and this woman hounded this woman down. She called the manager. Manager came over, and there was another 15 minutes. I mean, you know, they even told me I could go to another register. I said, no, that's all right. I'm going right here. And I'm telling you, just 20 minutes later, finally the manager said, just go ahead and get the shirt. This lady stayed on this thing for 20 minutes because I timed it. So she saw that it worked. So I'm saying to myself, do you think that's the first time she ever did that? She probably ate the whole meal before and said, hey, look, I ain't like it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what's going on, Megan. Is we want her in counseling so that she'll get healed of the drama, because that's only a point of origin. Okay, somebody in the back?
Kind of like the kid that throws a tantrum and they give him the toy.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So he's learned that, okay, if I just throw myself on the floor and roll around, I'll get the toy.
I get it.
So when they grow up, they have fits in stores.
There you go.
And people give them the discount. Or they give them the whatever it is they're asking for, because they've learned that if I act a fool, I'll get what I want.
That's exactly right. Right? You got it? Yeah. So they young enough to know what they're doing. Seriously. And because you deal with a lot of youngers. Okay. They young enough to know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Okay. All right. Everybody straight? So you have to make a decision whether you want to let this person go. And I had 4 hands. I'm going to just do one more head count. How many know that y'all got to let this person go? So is it more or less? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. All right. Medicine is on her way out. All right. All right, guys. So we'll pick up on Sunday.
This concludes today's message on Challenge to Change, where real transformation begins with you, with Pastor Paul Morgan. If you are ever in the Richmond, Virginia area, join Pastor Paul for Sunday service at 10 a.m. at Chosen Generation Ministries. The website is www.chosenrva.com. or call at 866-333-9505.